every Friday on our website. Red feather deep. Here's the receiver who breaks a tackle. It's Bovine. Brantley trying to catch him. He won't. And Oklahoma City on the first play of their next drive busts it loose and they regain the lead. Are you kidding me? Tiberius Bovine once again making the big play. Unbelievable. One wide receiver either side for Mike, and Daza will flip it out to Sim, and Sim makes the play! 10-5 touchdown! The doctor is in! The Crabs have a lead! Oh, mama! There goes that man!
To the right, single receiver to the left. Dunhill to throw, has time, goes deep down the left-hand side. That was complete behind the defense. They can't catch him. 10-5 touchdown. Atlanta. Boo Chisholm does it again.
Hand off to English on a first down, trying to get it around the left-hand side. Takes the long way around, but still picks up the first down. Still on his feet, down the sideline. Johnny English past the 20, 10. He scores again. Touchdown, Honolulu. On one of the craziest runs after fake punt, pass, kick, whatever I've ever seen. Unbelievable.
Mama, there goes that man.
I mean, he goes 5 yards back before he scores.
Yeah, I was going to make a comment about that, but I'll keep my comments to myself because he took this one to the house. He was blazing. 51 didn't have a shot.
So the Skyhawks having trouble on first and second down sometimes in terms of moving the chains, but they have converted on a decent amount of these third downs. I believe they've only had to punt once. Snap back, handoff to English, right up the gut. English fights his way for a first down again, and can you believe that? Johnny English, that's the second time on third down the man has just taken the ball and ran right up the gut for a first. This is a man possessed, ladies and gentlemen. He wants this Skyhawk team to succeed, and it looks like he's...
Split backs for Louis Ndula. Josh to throw, runs right into Big Sexy.
Big Sexy. Another country has heard from. Oh, yeah.
He just flew right by the offensive tackle. Gave him one little move and boop, down the quarterback went.
Split receivers and offside, and Snowden's going to take the handoff. Snowden, Richard Snowden spins back inside, breaks a tackle and scores. That's going to be a touchdown, DC. How in the world did he keep his balance and move the other way?
Wow, that's well, we were just talking about it too. You know, Snowden's got that ability to break away, and had he had more field there, he was definitely able to keep going. You know, he goes through the whole guy, doesn't have a whole lot of room there. One guy misses a tackle, he spins on him another, and shakes off that one right down there at the end and is able to get in there. So DC is shown early on. They set the pace with the first touchdown, and then they come and they answer back with a great drive there.
Walker's deep pass is picked off. That's interception number 3 on the night. Eddie Gage gets up and returns it to the 34. How about Baltimore's defense against Kevin Walker? He did not throw 3 interceptions all of last season in any game. And only 2 times in his career has Walker thrown at least 3 times.
These two defenses right now canceling each other out. Showing a blitz up the middle, they bring it, Bentley running right into it, Bentley gets away from it. Bentley's got a first down, breaks a tackle, Ray Bentley, he's gone, and the Aztecs are gonna score and get on the board. Welcome to the game, Ray Bentley. And the Aztecs are right back in it just like that.
For the first time since 2018, San Antonio, Texas is home to SFL action as the Alamo City Artillery host their home opener against their South Division rival, the Fort Worth Toros. Hello everybody, Ethan Muslin here alongside with my partner, Mr. Chris Curtis. Chris, it's always nice to have a divisional matchup, especially one for a new city here with San Antonio hosting their first home game in a long time. And Alamo City's got to feel good. They've never lost to Fort Worth through their entire franchise history. You got to figure they've got a lot of confidence going into tonight's game.
They got a lot of confidence, and they've got a fan base behind them that's been hungry for SFL action for a long time. And the Alamo City Artillery coming off a game against Baltimore that really was closer than the score really gave us. Looks to keep their confidence going. I think they took a lot of positives from last week. They'll bring it into this matchup against the Toros, and an early season division matchup, which is always important when you look at the playoff seeding down the line.
Absolutely, and Fort Worth, no slouch either. They're having a fantastic boost of energy as well. They took 17 points in the fourth quarter to take down DC 27-17 last week, so they're off to a 1-0 start, hoping to have a little magic and maybe get their first win against the Artillery tonight. Should be an exciting one for sure. Looking in to the stats from last week, Fort Worth already in the top 5. I know it's only been one game, but so far already looking to be a top 10 contender on the offense as well as the defense. But again, as we always say, it's only one game, and that doesn't really mean much when you look at the grand scope of things. We'll see how that hopefully turns out for them. Fort Worth to kick it away to start things off, and we are underway. SFL action from San Antonio. Ball will be taken here at the goal line. Out to the 22-yard line. That'll be a return from Ziggy Ronick. Bringing it up into decent territory for Alamo City, and we'll see the offense being led by one half of the Card Sharks, Ace Finnick.
Yeah, absolutely. Along with Deuce Finnick, that combination worked really, really well a week ago against Baltimore. I believe they connected for one score, if not two. Either way, good stuff from that combination. They look to do damage here, along with Greg Soto on the wide receiver side as well.
We're going to start with two tight ends to the left here on first down. Ace with a quick throw down the middle. Going to be taken to Hank Earl. That is Garrison Blue, the tight end, getting the catch. That's a gain of 9. Introducing the rest of the Alamo City offense, Brad Jones and Thick and Juicy, the undrafted rookie. They're in the backfield as halfback and fullback. Wide receivers, Hank Earl Trolls, Ziggy Ronick, Greg Soto, and Deuce Finnick. Garrison Blue, we just saw there, the tight end, and anchoring the line at an undrafted rookie in Charles Michael. Nice little stop on that play for a loss of 1. That's a tackle from E.K. Vinson, the 11-season vet. I'm going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, E.K. Vinson, one of these stalwarts in the linebacker spot for this Fort Worth roster, and has been for a long time on a couple of different rosters. Look for him to make an impact here tonight. Currently
enjoying his 6th season in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. This will be a free play right up the middle for Jones. It'll be a first down. Either way you slice it. And it looks like they'll probably take the yards on that play to bring up first down around the 30, around the 35-ish.
Yeah, good work from Brad Jones to be able to take the hole as presented, essentially. Really keeping his focus. The free play can really kind of shift your focus from offensively from what your game plan was to taking a shot downfield. In this case, they did not let it bother them. Good work from Jones to be able to keep everything in front of him and just take what Fort Worth was giving them.
That'll give them a first down right at their own 38-yard line. Artillery showing 2 tight ends to the left and 2 receivers. Brad Jones in the backfield. Finnick from under center will hand it off. Jones wrapped up from behind and brought down. It's a loss of 1 on the play. Great tackle for loss by J.L. Browning, one of the other linebackers for Fort Worth. Will introduce the rest of the Toro defense. On the line, you have Jeff Duffy, Jerry D. Gond, Luther Gond, and Melt Gibson to the rookie first-round pick of Fort Worth. E.K. Vinson, Noah Rager, and J.L. Browning are their linebackers. Corners are Adam Leach, Remington James, and Aiden Davis. And the safeties are Ben Stone and Delaney Nash. That one is a catch to Ronick to get it back to for about a gain of 10. bring it up to the Artillery 47 for 3rd and 1.
One thing that Fort Worth did really well in their comeback win against DC a week ago in that fourth quarter was stop DC on 3rd down. This is a spot here where they could really use the momentum continuation from last week, see if they can get it done.
A crucial stop here for 3rd and 1. Ace going to throw, screens it out for Jones. He just got, no, they're going to say he's short. Looked like he just made the first down, but they're going to mark him just short of the line to gain. That's going to bring up 4th and inches from the 48.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I was going to say I had a feeling we were going to see some laundry on the field, and the ball spot I think is going to be overturned here. It looked like he hit the ball, at least the whole ball was over the yellow line. Of course, the yellow line is unofficial, but want to see where they say his knee was down at. That's going to be the main factor here.
Yeah, Greg Soto throwing the challenge flag. Yeah, you can see from the line, that looks to be pretty substantial evidence that he crossed the line to gain. Let's see what it's all. And looks like it is a successful challenge, so they will move the spot of the football. Looks like it will be a 1st down for Alamo City.
Yeah, good challenge. That's definitely the reason why the coaches have those, and essentially not every call is going to be right 100% of the time. So that's a big moment right there to kind of stall any momentum defensively that Fort Worth may have had.
Yeah, it keeps their defense on the field. 1st and 10 now for an offset eye. Ace to throw. Quick pass left side. Will be caught by Deuce. There's the Card Shark connection. Meeting up for the first time tonight for a gain of 5, putting it into Fort Worth territory.
And the versatility of that Card Shark connection that you alluded to is awesome as well. They can go short to medium routes like you saw there. They can also send Deuce over the top, whether it be the middle of the field or down that left sideline. He is a very versatile weapon in the wide receiving game, and Ace tends to look to him as a favorite target.
2 tight ends set for 2nd down. They'll hand it off up the middle. It'll be a run for, looks to be thick and juicy, and it is. That is enough for a gain of 6 and a 1st down to the Fort Worth 40.
Utilizing the fullback in the early down game, that's not something that a lot of teams do very often, but it does pay dividends. If you throw the fullback out there in 1st down and 2nd down situations, they get you 4 and 5 yards, makes things a lot easier on your running back.
1st and 10. Ace to throw, has time in the pocket, and the throw to the left side is complete to Greg Soto. Got just in bounds there for the 7-yard gain, 2nd down.
I actually think we might see a challenge on this one as well. Soto looked like he was at least a couple of feet. Nope, never mind. I stand corrected. He did get the feet in, but it looked like, at least live, that he was in the white paint before that ball was caught. So good work by Soto there.
Yeah, on that boom type of look, it does look like as soon as he caught the ball, it looked like he was out of bounds, but he did have that tiptoe in. And that's all you really need to stay in bounds. Manages to get a 7-yard gain. Twins to the right for 2nd and 3. I formation with Ace under center. Handing it off to Brad Jones. He'll go right side. He's got room at the 25 to the 20. He goes up to the 10, shakes the tackle, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Alamo City.
And that caps off a fantastic drive to start from Alamo City, getting their crowd into it, getting that fan base into it in San Antonio, and they take a defense in Fort Worth all the way down the field with essentially what turns into an 8-play, 61-yard drive. That was very well done from the artillery, and they continue some momentum that they found in the game against Baltimore.
And a great way to christen NordVPN Stadium here in San Antonio. That drive, 8 plays, 61 yards, finishing with a 33-yard rushing touchdown from Brad Jones. We'll see the extra point from Matt Fennick to make it a 7-point game. It is up, and it is through. That'll make it 7-0 Alamo City with 7:06 to go here in the first quarter. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the league, you can visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Matt Fennick kicking this away. It'll be taken in from just inside the end zone, and a nice return on that play from Charlie Baker. Bring it out to the Fort Worth 26. That's about a 28-yard return on the play.
Yeah, and good field position for his guys as well, trying to answer that touchdown drive from Alamo City. Now we have Marcus Dunhill, who's since leaving Atlanta been a bit of a journeyman, trying to find his fit since coming back. And Fort Worth may be it, as he had an electric fourth quarter a week ago against DC.
Dunhill going to throw here on first down. Nice little pass to the right side. That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That one caught by number 84, Mike Caker, one of the backup wide receivers, for 2nd and 5.
Interesting going to one of the backups on a first down play, and that interesting design play call to get him out there. I guess Alamo City wasn't paying attention to him much on defense.
Offset I formation for 2nd and 5. They're going to hand it off. To the left side is Jay-Z Bacon, who shakes a tackle and gets over to the 38. It's a gain of 7 and a first down. That'll give us time to introduce the rest of this Toro offense. Quarterback is Marcus Dunhill. In the backfield, Jay-Z Bacon at running back, Aaron Alexander at fullback. Wide receivers, the rookie John Fullerton, Cade Stevens, Charlie Baker, and Stephen Hacker. Robert Garrett Jr., who was an all-star last season, he's at tight end. An undrafted rookie, Emiliano Panda, at left tackle. Also guarding the line, left guard Frank Burks. From the pro set, they're going to hand it off, but a quick play goes nowhere. Unfortunately, Bacon gets right back to the line, and that's all he'll get after Stephen Fellows II brings him down.
Got to think that Alamo City's going to try to make Marcus Dunhill beat them. They don't want to give Jay-Z Bacon the room to run between the tackles, which he's pretty decent at, or any room outside to try to utilize his speed. So they're going to try to make Marcus Dunhill throw it over the top.
And they have him set with 5 wide here for 2nd and 10. Dunhill to throw, pressure from the right side. He'll get it away, and it's incomplete. That one intended for Caker again. But this time, Jeff Spicoli there on the coverage. We'll introduce the rest of the artillery defense. On the line, you've got the anchor, Jukin Rukin. Then Yogi Barr, Stephen Fellows II, and Tina Begin. She just made her first All-Star team last season. J. Mart, Bogey Barr, and Rob Foraker, formerly of the Nightwings. He's there on the linebackers. Corners are Ralgar Law, I'm sure I'm saying that right, and Mickey McGuire. Safeties are Rain Rie, Jeff Spicoli, Jukin Rukin Jr., and Albert Begin. And that pass was a caught to the rookie John Fullerton, who just got enough to move the sticks.
What I'm looking at for the defensive matchups when it comes to Alamo City, something they've done at least early on, they've had early success going man-to-man on the short to medium routes and being able to get early stops before the yards after catch comes into play. When they go back into zone is when Dunhill's starting to get them downfield. So we'll see if that continues.
They're going to go for the throw again here for first down. That'll put them into Alamo City territory. Good completion there from Caker. They seem to be going to the secondary receivers a lot more frequently than you would like to see.
Yeah, agreed. I'm not really sure the logic behind it, but as long as it seems to be working, the crossing patterns shall at least get them, first down completion.
Dunhill thrown to the right side this time. It will be completed. That looked to be Cade Stevens making his first catch of the day. Going to bring it up to the Alamo City 38 for another first down.
At risk of being redundant, it was a good thing he was in bounds there. But that being said, yeah, the good work to get Cade Stevens involved, get him a catch under his belt, and maybe that starts to get him more involved in the offense.
Fort Worth now on the 8th play of their drive. 1st and 10 now from the artillery 38. Hand off to Bacon, goes left side. He'll have room, tries to get around the block, but just got swarmed up in traffic, unfortunately. That is a good tackle from Ben Stone to bring up 2nd and 7. We have a game update from Mr. Cameron Irvine. What do you got? Thanks, Cam. There's Stephen Fellows II, who got all over Dunhill on that play, forcing the incompletion. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
And longer 3rd down, one of the longest ones we've seen on this drive so far for Fort Worth. Now is when they really start to test their mettle. They're outside of field goal range right now this becomes a pretty big third down in this drive. It would be a punt from here if they don't get it.
Yeah, if they were to try the attempt, it would be a 52-yarder. Not entirely sure if Emilio Rose has the leg for that yet. Dunhill gonna check it down to Bacon. He only gets back to the line. Nice little tackle on that play from Bogey Barr, the 3-season vet, and that'll force fourth down.
And that's good work by Alamo City. They were able to keep everything in front of them, and they knew the line to gain, and then it didn't matter. So this is where we get a punt that keeps them back towards the punter past midfield to try to pin down the Alamo City artillery deep.
So it'll be Ray Einhorn to kick this away. Heading it off to the right side. Looks like artillery will let this bounce. It's taking a nice Fort Worth bounce, and it'll be brought down at the 6. Good job there on the special teams to pin the artillery deep in their own territory.
Now Fort Worth needs to stand up defensively here. They've pinned down the artillery deep in their own territory. A quick 3-and-out would do wonders for the momentum for the Toros as they work to reverse field position. This a pretty big drive as far as swings and momentum are concerned in this game.
It would be absolutely vital. Hand off here for Jones. He'll get to the left side. Oh, he's got room to run, and there he goes! This could happen in one play! Go to the 40, to the 30. It's going to be 94 yards! Touchdown, Alamo City!
Well, so much for the field position game. Brad Jones takes it off tackle and utilizes the speed in the second level to get around the edge and just takes it to the house. He's virtually untouched past this spot right here, where he's able to break it just off the shoestrings, and no one's going to touch him all the way to the end zone off the stretch play. That's fantastic work from not only the offensive line, but the wide receivers blocking downfield. Alamo City taking a 2-possession lead.
Quite an unbelievable turn of events here for Brad Jones. He scored 2 touchdowns just here in the first quarter. Looking at last week, he was contained to 84 yards of rushing with no touchdowns in that matchup against Baltimore. Great little turnaround here for the former Indianapolis Rambler as the kick from Matt Fennick is up and good. That will make it 14-0 in favor of the artillery with 2:52 to go in the first quarter. So the artillery up to a comfortable lead for now. But again, we know that Fort Worth can, if they get the momentum on their side, they can get things moving. They can get right back in this ball game.
Yeah, they had a slow start last week against DC as well on their home field. Now they have to try to play the comeback game on the road, which does prove to be more difficult, no doubt about that. But they're definitely able to do it.
Baker going to take this for about a 23-24 yard return. So still a decent decent profit from a touchback to bring up the first play of this next drive for the Toros. Fort Worth was able to move the ball in the last drive. They just ended up stalling out, not able to do anything with it. Let's see if they can put something together here. 1st and 10, I formation. You hand it off to Bacon. He's going to get about 4 on the play and gets brought down from behind. That is number 45 of Alamo City. That's Bogey Barr.
Yeah, Bogey Barr, really good pursuit to the ball there as he got through the tackles to the second level, but pursuit to the ball wins out as he's able to get to the running back from behind, take him down.
Dunhill's going to be in the shotgun here against a dime defense with 5 wide receivers. Dunhill pass down the middle, complete to Fullerton, and a big gain brings it up to the Fort Worth 47. A great pass there to the rookie.
Looking like a cover 2 that came out from Alamo City, and one of the keys to beating cover 2 is that route that goes over the middle, that post route that gets between the 2 zone coverages at the back of the formation. They found the hole right between them. Good work to do it, and that finds a first down and plenty for the Toros.
Closing in on the midfield stripe. This will be a free play here. Bacon's going to get right up the middle, but it's not going to go anywhere, so that will be a free 5 yards for Fort Worth.
Good job so far in this drive from Fort Worth, kind of quelling the momentum of Alamo City and keeping the crowd somewhat tempered for the start that their team has had. as we get the encroachment call. But but very, very good work by Fort Worth. Now they just need to turn on the afterburners and actually finish the drive and at least get some kind of points on this drive to show that they can be in this game.
That penalty called on Jukin Runkin, the 9th season stalwart of Alamo City. So that will be a free 5 yards to put it at the artillery 48-yard line. Dunhill going to be in the shotgun. He'll have 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Looks like he's got 1 tight end right as well. Quick step, going to heave it down the middle, and it's caught! Oh, and nearly staying on his feet was Stephen Hacker. That brings it down to the 24-yard line, a gain of 23.
Stephen Hacker, first time we've called his name in this game, and he's one of those really big impact receivers along with Cade Stevens on this Fort Worth roster. A couple of downfield threats that Alamo City must pay attention to. It's not all short yardage runs and crossing patterns for Fort Worth's offense, which you saw in the first drive. They're starting to take shots downfield, and it's paying dividends.
Starting to get a little more aggressive in the pass game, and it seems to be paying off. 1st and 10 with 3 wide receivers. Dunhill under pressure, and he's brought down at the sack from Tina Begin.
Yeah, all over Marcus Dunhill at this point. They had no chance to get the ball out of his hands. Tina Begin all over him at the point of impact. Real good move to get past her charge and get to the quarterback.
Great job there from Tina. That's her 3rd sack of the season. Already, she's on to a fantastic pace. 2nd down and 14 in the closing minute here in the first quarter. And Bacon will get it down to the 21 for about an 8-yard gain. Should bring the quarter to a close there. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, last play of the quarter for sure. So good work to get them within field goal range. That's where they'll start the second.
That'll bring us to the end of 1. First quarter here in the books at NordVPN Stadium in San Antonio. Alamo City up to a 14-0 lead over Fort Worth. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. I flipped the field here to start quarter number 2. Ethan Muslin, Chris Curtis here on the call for you tonight. Delaney Nash and Greg Soto doing work in the stats truck, making us all sound very smart. And Dunhill going to the throw, and it's caught! Touchdown, Fort Worth! And in one pass to Cade Stevens, the Toros finally strike and get on the board.
And one thing that's been consistent among all 3 of the Toros' long passes downfield, it's the post route or the route over the middle. And that's exactly what we have here, where Cade Stevens finds his way between 2 defenders in the end zone. You cannot let that happen. If you're gonna force Marcus Dunhill to beat you, you then cannot let him beat you. That's, in that case, what Alamo City did. They paid for it with 6 points.
Man, just a quick pass there to start the second quarter, and Fort Worth is now an extra point away from making this a 7-point difference. The kick from Amelia Rose is up and through. That'll make it 14-7. We're just getting the second quarter underway. Already, Fort Worth and Alamo City putting up some pretty good numbers so far. If you're liking the game already, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's nowhere else that'll give you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you to everybody in the community for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. And the run from Ronick's going to get up to the 22-yard line. That Fort Worth drive, 7 plays, 73 yards with a 21-yard touchdown pass to close it out. And Fort Worth starting to punch back here against the artillery.
Artillery offense, though, very balanced right now. 5 run plays, 6 pass plays. All 6 pass plays are completions right now for Ace. So watch that going forward as he starts to cook.
Ace from the pistol, gonna throw down the middle, incomplete. That's the old commentator's curse right there, as that pass intended for Garrison Blue.
Garrison Blue definitely more than capable of getting up to bring that one in. He may have heard footsteps or thought about contact coming across the middle, because that was a ball he usually brings down and could not focus on it. in that particular case. So nothing doing on that. Now 6 for 7 is Ace on the day.
Ace will go under center for 2nd and 10. 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers, and he has Blue to his left. On the quick step, passes to his left, and it is completed to Greg Soto, who will tiptoe out of bounds at the 26 for a gain of 3.
Along with Deuce Fennick, Greg Soto, the only other one with a receiving touchdown a week ago in the game against Baltimore. But this duo of receivers needs to be in tip-top shape just about every week for this team to do damage. They have the talent. They have the roster to do damage in this league, but they need their players to step up big.
Bennett going to go 5 wide in the shotgun here. A 41 dime for the Toros. Pass up the middle. Tipped it incomplete into the hands of E.K. Vincent. He almost hauled it in for the pick, but I think they'll gladly take a punt at this point.
Yeah, 3 and out quick there for Fort Worth is exactly what the doctor ordered. Get Alamo City's offense off of the field. Give the Toros a chance to come back and tie this game up pretty much immediately after getting the touchdown, the momentum firmly in Fort Worth's favor.
So this will bring out John Wilson to punt the ball away for the first time tonight. Kick is away. And back to return will be Baker from about the 40. And he'll only get a couple of yards on that. It'll be to the 42. But still great field position for Fort Worth. They can very easily get into scoring position.
Good work from the Fort Worth defense. Now giving it to Marcus Dunhill and that offense where they shredded the artillery defense over the middle last time out. And what kind of adjustments have we seen from drive to drive? Do we see from drive to drive for ACA?
From under center, they're going to hand off to Bacon on first down, who goes about a couple of yards before getting stopped by Jay Mart. You can see there he's only averaging about 3.5 a carry. After that one goes for 2.
All told, though, not bad from Jay-Z Bacon. He's had a couple of decent runs up the middle. His main point of attack has been between the tackles, and he's gotten crucial yards, even if not a lot of yards yet. Only 24 on the docket so far.
Dunhill to throw under a little bit of pressure. Gets it to the right side, but it's incomplete. Robert Garrett Jr. was the intended target there, but got tangled up in some coverage, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, this is a ball that hits RGJ, I believe, in the hands. He's got to bring that one in. Yeah, that's a ball. He's looking ahead on the upfield before he's able to secure that catch, and then gets contacted by the safety at that point. Good work from the safety to come up and make the hit, and good. And I have a feeling they'll try with RGJ again here soon.
Yeah, that was Mickey McGuire there in the coverage. Yep. So Dunhill now going to have 5 wide for 3rd and 8. It's time in the pocket. Gonna throw the deep ball. Tipped away, and it's intercepted! It is picked off by Roger Law. And, excuse me, no, that's number 20. That's Jukin Rukin Jr., who makes the catch and puts the ball back in artillery hands.
And this is a ball that is terribly underthrown by Dunhill. There is 6 defenders between where the ball is going and Marcus Dunhill's arm, and it lands in that nest of artillery members. Nothing that Dunhill can do other than watch and hope it hits the ground. It does not. Jukin Rukin Jr. brings it in and flips the script. Now the artillery with good field position and a chance to extend this lead.
Yeah, and that's in thanks to Rain Rie also, who was there to make that tip. 1st and 10 for Ace. He's going to take the quick step. Throws the deep ball. He's got the chance. It's Ziggy Roenick who gets down to the 14-yard line. That's what you got to do when you get a turnover. You go for the big play.
That is the go route on the right-hand side, the up and go from Ziggy Roenick, and he returns on the afterburners, knowing this ball is coming to him. He is saying, no, they're under no uncertain terms that you better see me. And in Ace's credit, he does, finds him, and unfortunately, Roenick gets caught in that particular spot and can't finish the job.
And with this 4-wide setup, looks like they might be going for the dagger here. Fennick from the shotgun. Quick pass up the middle. It is completed to Garrison Blue. Takes it down to the 3. About an 11-yard gain for 1st and goal.
I think if Ace has this ball back, he tries to put this a little bit more chest level as Garrison Blue has to go down to the ground to secure the ball before it hits the ground. He's able to at least get a new set of downs for them, but he probably has a touchdown if it's chest a little more.
Jumbo eye package for first and goal. Ace under center, gonna hand it off. Brad Jones up the middle, touchdown, Alamo City. And that is Brad Jones' third touchdown of the day.
And when you're down there, why not hand it to him? He's got the really long touchdown with the afterburners he put on earlier, and then 2 red zone touchdowns that he puts into the end zone himself. Good work from ACA to take advantage of the turnover caused by Fort Worth. Fort Worth's first interception, Marcus Dunhill's first interception of the season, haunts them and gives up 7 points to their opponent.
And that will probably, if you're part of the SFL community, that will probably put Brad Jones a little bit higher up in the fantasy stock. But if you had him in your fantasy team, oh boy, you are collecting a lot of points as the kick from Matt is up and good. We'll make it 21-7 with 8:38 remaining in the first half. Sunday on SFL YouTube, the only matchup of the week that pits unbeatens from season openers takes center stage when Mexico City and Jordan Sipes' first home game under center welcomes the 3-time defending champion Baltimore Vultures to Estadio Matt Wilson for a rematch of the season 19 semifinal. Kickoff will be at 9 p.m. Eastern, so don't miss a minute of the action. Find that game link and hit the notification bell. Run here from Baker, not that great of a return, unfortunately. Going to bring it just outside of the 20. So Fort Worth going to be in a little bit of a precarious spot, now back down 2 scores.
Well, now Marcus Dunhill gets to test his mettle and face some adversity for the really first time in this game. As coming off the interception, he's got the responsibility of bringing his offense back to fruition and back to rhythm, which they had earlier on in this game.
They'll have twins to the right here on first down. He'll go for the outside route. It's caught by Hacker. And he gets out of bounds to the 23 for a gain of 4.
Yeah, that's a nice start. At least get him back in rhythm, trying to get his confidence back. And why not go to your security blanket, your for lack of a better term, all-star wide receiver option in Stephen Hacker. It's a really good option to have over on the right side.
To be fair, he is a 3-time All-Star in the 9 seasons he's been in the SFL, so he is kind of your go-to for receptions. Dunhill in the shotgun for second down. Flanagan time. We'll get it away to the left side. It is completed for the first, and he'll get out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. It'll be about a gain of 11 for John Fullerton.
They're using Fullerton in some really nice route packages. I like him working towards the sideline, trying to utilize that speed. The slender frame that he's got gives him a little bit of a leg up in the speed and acceleration department over some of these corners that are a little more physical. They utilize him and find creative ways to get him the ball. He will continue to do good things for this offense.
Keep his drive moving for the Toros. They'll hand off to Bacon. He goes left side, but is immediately bulldozed by Rob Foraker, who goes nowhere and brings it only back to the line. They'll say it's no gain.
Good start to this set of downs for ACA. Now trying to get it to a 3rd and long that Fort Worth does tend to struggle with on occasion in the 3rd and long department. ACA up to a decent second down here.
3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. Looks like a 33 nickel set for the artillery. Downhill to throw. Oh, and that one is incomplete. That one went up. Might have gone a little too fast there for Cade Stevens. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I wanted to see what kind of pressure Dunhill was under there, because it may have caused a hurry and kind of sped up his game clock a little bit in his head and got rid of the ball a little bit sooner than he anticipated. But I did not see where the defenders were at in relation to him. We're looking downfield.
So Dunhill will go back to 5 wide here for 3rd and 10. 41 dime package for the artillery. Dunhill throws the deep ball, tipped up and incomplete. Oh man, that one looked to be intended for Hacker, but it just got tipped away there, unfortunately. So that'll bring up 4th down for the Toros.
Good adjustment from the artillery on that drive earlier that Fort Worth gashed them over the middle on 3 different pass plays. They have gone deep twice since that drive. One was an interception, one was a key 3rd down mishap, and ACA has the ball back with a 14-point lead and has a chance to go for more here because of that.
Bit of a low snap to Einhorn, who will punt it away. And it'll be taken from about the 31. And they'll credit the return Look for Roenick to be about 2 yards to set up Alamo City at the 33-yard line. So far, the drives for Alamo City, they've only had 1 punt and 3 touchdowns. Fort Worth has got on the board, but they've had a punt, an interception, and a punt to go along with it. So a little bit of a struggle for the Toros. Their defense is going to have to really start stepping up just a little bit to prevent any more scoring. And that's a good way to do it. Great loss of 2 on the play. That was brought down by Luther Gond.
Yeah, great work to get to Jones in the backfield. Don't let him get any speed out of that backfield with the way that was going. He had a lane to the second level. If the line does not get home and take him down, Gond gets there, brings him down, causes a 2nd and long.
They'll go back to 2 tight ends, and Ace will check it down, and it's to Thick and Juicy, but unfortunately it's going to be another loss on the play. Well, Alamo City's starting to go backwards a little bit, now 3rd and long.
That's exactly what Fort Worth wants. Now on a 3rd down, it is crucial that you know where the first down marker is at, and you need to make contact with the receiver before they can get to that spot. We'll see what happens.
They got to get to the 43. Ace to throw, up the middle. No, it's fumbled out! Picked up by Fort Worth, but it will be short of the first down. That's great awareness from number 71, James Northcross, the guard, picking up that football.
Now at least we'll keep the field position game somewhat normal. And, they're going to challenge the fumble.
I think they might be saying that he might not have made a football move. They might be saying this might be an incomplete pass.
Okay. I mean, if that's the case, it only serves to better the field position for Fort Worth, but I feel like there was definitely possession there.
There was steps, but I don't think I saw a football move on that play. Like he made the catch, he made the step, but I think that was it. No, the ruling will stand.
Yeah.
It was a catch and a fumble.
So I feel like there was not enough to overturn that. Yes, while he did not make the steps, he did make the move with possession. He brought that football in from his wrist to his chest. And for that signifies possession. Really doesn't matter if your feet touch the ground or not. Good work in that particular sense because his feet did touch, even if he didn't make a move forward.
That's a fair enough assessment. I can kind of see why Fort Worth wanted to take a shot at it, give themselves a free 8 yards as the punt is away from John Wilson. They'll take it from about the 27 and get about 3 on the return for Baker. And Fort Worth will be set up at the 30-yard line.
Well, good stuff from Fort Worth to at least bring the defense out and get the stops that they need. Now they give their offense a second shot at it after failing on 3rd down in their previous drive. They got to find more creative ways to get downfield. Maybe we start to see a more methodical chance on this. As I say that, Dunhill comes out with 4 wide.
Yeah, they're going to go 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. They do have Garrett to the right side. Dunhill to throw, and he'll take the quick one to Garrett. But they're only going to credit him with about 4 yards. That was about the most he got in forward progress. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, I thought they'd go back to RGJ here soon. He had the drop earlier on a key 3rd down play, but is able to get a couple yards back. That's something that this coaching staff is very good about doing, is they go back to a player if they seem to be struggling to try to get them in rhythm until they really can't anymore. So good job there to have faith in your guy.
Back to 4 wide receivers for Dunhill. He'll check it down to Bacon, who will make the catch, get right to the line. Not going to get a favorable spot. It'll be 3rd down and about a piece of paper to go.
Yeah, not long to get to the first down marker, but now another key 3rd down. ACA hasn't really been tested in close yardage situations. Now is a chance where they could be. JZ Bacon looking primed and ready to get this ball if they decide to run it.
They're going to go to the offset eye. Twins to the left side here for 3rd and short. Dunhill from under center, hands off to Bacon. He goes left side for the first down. Tried to shake a tackle, couldn't get it, but he ends up getting 7 yards on the play to put the ball at midfield.
Does get the crucial yards needed, but that's the difference between a good back and an elite back. An elite back is going to be able to break that first contact. If he does, it is a house call for Bacon. But the first contact on the shoestrings not quite able to get away from the first contact, and it causes a shorter yardage situation than it could have been otherwise. Either way, good job getting the first down.
Yeah, the tackle there made by Rolger Law to prevent any further progress for Bacon. So it puts first down at midfield. Offset I twins to the right, and they'll check it down for Bacon to the left side, who only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nice little stop there from Spicoli. We'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A short yardage play just on the quick little screen out to the left, and honestly, ACA's been on that most of the night. That play really hasn't been open. It shows here, and as they play up a little closer to the line, looks like man-to-man here.
They got the corners coming up into the line. They might be a little bit of trouble. Dunhill finds a receiver, has the first down, and it's caught by Hacker. Gets it out to the 36, another gain of 14.
So they're playing man-to-man on one side with the bump. They're playing Steven Hacker with nobody really on him, and they're playing him in more of a zone, and he finds a hole between 4 defenders. That's you can't leave Hacker that open, the number 1 wideout for this Toros offense, and expect that to go well for long periods of time. Expect an adjustment going forward.
Would not be surprised to see that. Dunhill again in the shotgun. 3 wide to the left. Has plenty of time. Going to throw the short pass. And we'll get about 4 on the play with the catch to Baker. That's his first catch of the day.
Yeah, it's first catch, but it's not really they're the biggest part of his game. Talking about where he's at, he is the definite return man, but being the number 3, that's a good spot for him to be.
2nd and 6 now at the Alamo City 32. Dunhill on the quick step, has plenty of time. Gonna go for the deep ball. It's caught down to the Alamo City 9, and it's Baker again. This time getting the big play.
Good work. Work him over the middle. Dunhill is given plenty of time in the pocket. Offensive line holds. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds to be able to get rid of this ball. That is plenty of time to let the receivers get open. Baker does just that, sets him up in the red zone.
That brings us up, that is a gain of about 23 on that play for Charlie Baker. Sets up first down and goal to go to Fort Worth to get it back to a 1-score game. Dunhill to throw. Gonna check it down. Bacon going to the right side. He'll get about 3 before getting taken down by Bogey Barr. Bring up 2nd down and goal.
They're okay going short yardage like that. Dunhill also had to check it down. He had pressure right in his face on a no-touch rush up the middle. So good work from Dunhill to keep his wits about him, get it to the check down, and get some yards out of it.
Going to swap it up here for 3 wide this time. Bacon in the backfield. A nickel set for the artillery. This pass goes to the left side, and it'll be about 5 on the play for Hacker, who gets pushed out of bounds at the 1, just a couple seconds away from the 2-minute warning. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
Man, that's a dangerous ball to throw in that spot. You throw that one just a little bit more to the right, the defender turns around and picks that off, and he is to the house the other way. So real fortunate for them to be able to get that yardage in.
That'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. 2 to go here in the first half. Fort Worth hoping to make it a 1-score game. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube.
Crucial 3rd down here.
Big 3rd down and goal at the 1-yard line. Offset I formation. Dunhill to throw. Quick pass is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Fort Worth. Touchdown, Robert Garrett Jr.
Yep, get him a little bit of rhythm and get him on a quick hitter right over the middle there. And RGJ has to grab that with one hand to bring that in. Nice work. Not really a chance for the defenders to get up on to Garrett Jr.'s coverage area just because of how quick that play developed. And Fort Worth is going to walk into the red zone and get themselves a touchdown when they needed it. Now it's only a 1-possession game.
That Toro drive going 10 plays, 69 yards. Very nice with a 1-yard touchdown pass. And the kick from Rose is up and good. Makes it 21-14 with about a minute 58 to go here in the first half. Fort Worth got to feel good. They brought it back to a 1-score difference. And more importantly, they're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, now they just need to stop Alamo City in a 2-minute drill. That's the key, because Alamo City's been real good on the quick hitter with the with Brad Jones on the long run plays. Watch for him, even though it's a 2-minute drill, to have an impact on this drive.
Ronak going to bring it up the middle and gets about 25 on the play to bring it out to said 25-yard line. So you're absolutely right. It'll be a 2-minute drill for Alamo City. They can take a little bit of comfort knowing they'll have the lead at half, but I'm sure they'll probably want to extend that lead just a little bit more.
Yeah, why not? You have 2 minutes and all 3 timeouts. Yeah, work your game plan, work it down the field. You can stop the clock 3 more times before this half is done.
We're going to have Ace with 3 wide receivers on this first down play. Handoff to Jones. Tries to go to the right side. Gets surrounded. Could not get around the blocks. And he is brought down for a loss. That is number 30, Aiden Davis, making that stop.
Davis makes a stop here. Fort Worth has done a better job recently on Brad Jones. The second quarter has not really been the Jones show as it was in the first. And if you continue to get to him in the backfield, then you're going to have a good job making this offense one-dimensional.
Heavy eye formation here for Jones. He'll get the run back to the 29. Ends up getting stopped by Vincent alongside Rager and Duffy. We'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Big 3rd down here for the Momentum's game. Fort Worth has a chance to, again, get Alamo City off the field. They may have a chance to score themselves if they can stop ACA here.
Going to be the old 2-2 for Fennec from the shotgun. Gets the snap. Going to take the quick pass. Bobbled and incomplete. Ronak could not hold on. And that ends up making it a 3-and-out for the Artillery. Fort Worth to get the ball back with less than a minute to go.
Just like with Garrett Jr. earlier, expect them to go back in his direction, talking about Ronak here somewhat soon. That's something that Ace Fennec does really well, is get chemistry with his receivers. He is not going to let that drop stop him from going to him if he's open.
And out the punt unit for Alamo City, John Wilson to kick this away. This has been a good second quarter for Fort Worth. It may not show it on the scoreboard, but it definitely shows in the drive results. As Baker going to bring this up to the 41, stopping the clock with 44 seconds to go. Pretty good field position for Fort Worth on this, what will probably be the final drive of the half.
Yeah, probably should be in, good field position as you alluded to. And on the other side, now Fort Worth, all 3 timeouts. They can stop the clock a couple different times, and then they have a chance to tie this game up to then get the ball back at the start of the second half. So this is a big drive again with 44 ticks to go.
3 wide for Dunhill on 1st down. They'll take the short route up to Stevens. It only gets about a gain of 4. They're going to go no huddle on this set.
Now they're in this formation for the foreseeable future unless they get themselves an incompletion.
30 seconds to go. The pass here to the right side, complete to Stevens again. This time he'll get out of bounds for the 1st down. Gets about a gain of 8 to bring it inside Alamo City territory. More importantly, stops the clock with 25 to go.
And that's a veteran move. Cade Stevens knows where the out of bounds is. He's going to be able to grab this and drag a defender all the way to the white chalk to be able to stop that clock and preserve those precious timeouts and maybe get them into field goal range.
Still going back to 3 wide here for 1st and 10. It's a nickel package for the Artillery. Dunhill with a pocket, gonna throw. Left side will be completed and contacted. And that was a catch there for Hacker for a gain of 5. Now 15 seconds to go. They're gonna try to get one more play. And Dunhill gonna go down the middle. It's caught and contacted at the 27. Fort Worth will take their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 left with 10 seconds to go.
Great work, Cade Stevens. The nice route over the middle. I believe that was a post that he ran right in front of the safety who had to dive over him to avoid contact, knowing that he was going to be down. A crazy good play. Now a chance for them to add 3, which they'll waste no time in doing here.
And I would not blame him on it one bit. This will be a kick for Amelia Rose from about 44 yards, right in the middle of the hash marks, to make it a 4-point game. Good snap, good hold, it's on its way, it's good! 44-yard kick will make it 21-17 with 6 seconds to go here in the 1st half. This has been a great second quarter for Fort Worth.
It has. It's been needed as well, and this has the makings of something similar to what happened last week in their game against DC, talking about the Toros. The game where they had an awesome 4th quarter. This time they're at least spreading out the effort. over a couple of quarters, it would seem. But real nice work to not get down when you are down and get back into this game slowly and let your defense work their issues out.
So the kick will be returned from the inside. There'll be time for one play from after Ronak brings it out to the 21. Alamo City more than likely probably just going to go into the tunnel content with a 21-17 lead.
Yeah, I would expect this is going to be a run to Brad Jones, and then they're going to go getting their way to the locker room. But good stuff so far. Good first half, really, from both these teams. There were some mistakes that were adjusted and some really good plays to talk about at the half.
Yeah, both teams are being very productive on the offensive side of the ball. We're going to have Ace to throw it here. Going for the deep ball. It is caught by Ronak, but that will be it on that one. It'll be about a 20-yard catch. So it will add to his stats, but that will be all he gets to end the first half of play.
I swear, Ace Fennett can hear me down there, and he heard me say run and decided to pass it just to spite me. No problem.
I would not be surprised. Would bring us to the end of the first half. And Alamo City in their home opener, they're leading it against Fort Worth 21-17. We'll be back with the second half in just a second. You're watching the SFL on YouTube. And here we are. Back to start the second half here at NordVPN Stadium. Fantastic home opener here for Alamo City, who you see out there on the top right of your screen, 6.5-point underdogs, and looking like that over-under is in danger of popping. Kick underway here to start the second half. Fort Worth to take the ball. Baker going to bring it from just inside his own end zone. Cut to the right side. Got a nice return on that one. Gets it to the 27. Gets about a 29, 30-yard return on that.
Yeah, try to continue momentum from that second quarter as Fort Worth now their adjustments have already been made at this point. Now ACA with some time in the locker room has a chance to adjust on their own and see what kind of defense they play. Do they go more man-to-man? Do they stick with the zone where Fort Worth's been able to burn them on multiple occasions?
Yeah, Fort Worth has been doing pretty well on the passing game as Dunhill throwing the deep ball. It is incomplete, caught out of bounds. No, sir, excuse me. They said he caught it.
Yeah, they're going to say Hacker caught that. We're going to see here again, 1 foot is all he needs on the corner route, and he got it. That's a catch for sure. That's a challenge. I think that's going to be wasted all told. At least it should be. That's a good. It's going to be
iffy to say the least. Is if that holds on, it'll be a 22-yard catch. Putting Dunhill at 223 yards passing on the day, compared to only 34 yards of rushing for Jay-Z as we get another look at this. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was just in the nick of time.
Yeah, we'll see here.
The pass has been ruled incomplete. The catch was made out of bounds.
No, they're saying he did not get it.
That's shocking to me. It looks... he had the foot down. It looked like he had possession, unless they're saying he didn't complete the catch before the foot could be registered, in which case I could maybe buy that because he didn't make a possession move to bring it in. But still, that's unfortunate for Fort Worth. Maybe not enough to overturn that, in my opinion, but that's why I'm not wearing the stripes.
So that'll be an incomplete pass. Brings up second down and 10. Dunhill from the pocket. Gonna go that way again, and it's tipped and incomplete. Law was there on the coverage intended for Hacker again. Dunhill trying to prove that wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, in man-to-man situations, Ralgar Law has been really good against Stephen Hacker, unless, of course, they're playing zone, which we've talked about a little bit. And why not go to Hacker at that point? You've got a redemption arc after that catch that was taken away from you. Why not try for it and go deep?
They'll bring Dunhill under the shotgun. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Dime package for the artillery. And another deep ball. This one's caught by Hacker, no doubt about it. That'll be a first down inside Alamo City territory.
You say that, but we also had no doubt about the last one. So I want to see where his feet are on this one. And keep in mind, Alamo City has no more challenges left.
He's got that absolutely no problem there.
Yep, yeah, very well. Oh, they did have a challenge out. Okay. Well, they're going to challenge it again, and it looks like we have a little bit of deja vu, Mr. Ethan.
Yes, we do. The second challenge of the drive. As we take another look at this replay as the referee goes under the hood. take another look at this. This should be no question about it. Makes the catch, has his foot down. This should be no problem.
After review, the pass has been ruled incomplete. The catch was made.
Oh, are they saying he
no
got...
problem.
No, I think they're saying
they're overturning it again.
I think they did it again. They do. Unbelievable.
What is happening to Steven Hacker on that left side of the field right now?
That is unbelievable.
That's unreal.
Two, what we almost thought were two certain catches are overturned on challenges, and it brings up a 4th and 10 for the Toros. They're going to have to punt this away. Einhorn will get it off. Fair catch will be called at the 37. Alamo City using their challenges to the best of their ability, and that, boy, did it pay off for them there. They're going to have the ball at the 37-yard line. If you want in-depth statistics all season long, make sure to visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league, its 28 teams, and to see all the records, stats, leaderboards, rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL.
If you're Alamo City here, you got to take advantage.
Oh, they tried to go with Brad Jones up to the left side, but that ended up going nowhere as Vincent was there to make the tackle.
Yeah, Vincent comes up, he makes the veteran move and blows that play up in the backfield. But touching on that again, if you're ACA, you have two challenges that went your way on the previous drive that put you in a really good field position spot. You need to now negate that first possession of the second half for Fort Worth and get yourself going on your side. And we'll see if Brad Jones can do it.
And he's got it here. He's going to get the first down. Gets to the 50. Trying to shake the tackle. Gets down to the 40. To the 30. He's staying on the sideline, and he's gone! Touchdown! Alamo City! Brad Jones goes 64 yards.
For his 4th scamper of the day as well. This feels like about as big a coming out party for Brad Jones as there ever could be in the running back spot. What a bunch of plays from him so far today. 2 long ones, 2 short ones, and he puts his team up 2 possessions one more time. That's an all-star in the making right there in Brad Jones.
Brad Jones on 11 attempts so far is 1 away from a 200-yard game. He's had 3 incredible rushes to go for scores. It's been, oh my God, this has been an incredible day so far if you're Brad Jones and if you're a Brad Jones fan. That drive, 2 plays, 64 yards, finishing off with that touchdown. Oh, man. And Alamo City looked to make it an 11-point game with Matt Finnick's kick. It is up and through. And boy, you got to give props to Brad Jones on that tiptoe move along the sideline too. It looked like he almost went out of bounds there around the 40.
Yeah, momentum would have carried him out of bounds if not for the trapeze artist play that he had there to keep on the tightrope. Nice job from him to keep himself steady, keep himself going after evading 2 levels of contact there and getting the job done for ACA. Very good work.
So Fort Worth now down 2 scores. Going to have to try to force their way back into it as Baker going to get up to about the 21. Still a touchback profit as he brings it up into okay field position. 6 games grace the SFL slate tomorrow with action starting at 1 p.m. Eastern in the battle for the Golden Dog Bone between Motor City and Canton. And in the evening, Indianapolis is riding high into Tulsa to face the Desperados at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Catch every minute of the SFL 6-pack on the YouTube channel. Make sure to like that video and subscribe to it. Little pass here is a slider and caught. And it'll be a catch there for Stevens, who gets contacted after he kneels down on the field. It'll be a first down to the 35.
They've been consistently able to run this route most of the day. The post route there that gets him up towards about the 36-yard line, and then he's contacted as he brings the ball in. The Fort Worth continues to be able to exploit that route, and as long as they can keep it between the white chalks, I think they'll be pretty okay.
Yeah, Dunhill so far 215 passing yards as this run for Bacon's only going to go for about 2. That'll bring him to 36 rushing yards on 9 attempts. So far he's only averaging about 4 yards a carry. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. looking at the stats, it seems like the Fort Worth offense really needs to start going through the air a bit more, while Alamo City's been very balanced. Pass here is complete to Fullerton, who will get it for about 3, and a little bit of a push there on the end from one of the bench players there for Alamo City. Going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Puts a shoulder charge. Hey, you want to be in the game? Now you can be in the game. Shoulder charges him into the bench. Awesome. Good work. 3rd and somewhat manageable for Dunhill. And you got to find a way to make it work. This is the reason they brought you here, Dunhill. You got to find a way to get themselves to the 45-yard line and continue this drive.
Garrett, the tight end, to the left side. They're going to hand off to Bacon. Tries to go up the middle and only ends up getting about 3 on the play. And a good stop on that one. That's number 38, Mickey McGuire, making the play. Going to force 4th down.
Yeah, that's exactly what ACA was looking for, to be able to keep everything in front. No need to use challenges this time, as they got what they needed. The 3rd down stop, and Jay-Z Bacon having a hard time finding a rhythm between the tackles in the second half so far.
Einhorn to kick this away. It'll bring it up to about the 25, and great contact immediately after the haul-in by Ronick. Nice little stop there. That's number 22, Daniel Simpson-Day, making the play to set up the artillery at their own 26-yard line.
Feels like momentum is clearly with the artillery at this point. They have the lead and the ball with an 11-point advantage, have a chance to make it a 3-score game. This becomes almost not quite a make it or break it drive for Fort Worth with a lot of time left, but it feels like it could be trending that way if something goes wrong.
Yeah, it was kind of, the second quarter was really all Fort Worth, and then Alamo City starting to own it a little bit more as the check down to Jones is going to go for about 2 when Davis making the play. Bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, more work to try to get back to Jones, and if Fort Worth focuses too much on the passing game, Jones burns them. If they focus too much on Jones, then the passing game gets involved, so that they're kind of up a creek without a paddle, it seems like, at this point.
Pass here to Ace is good for, good for probably about 20, as that is a catch to number 81, Deuce Fennick. There's the Card Sharks once again, making themselves known. It's a 1st down for the artillery.
Real good flexibility from Deuce here. He got a lunging catch right in front of him, only in a spot where he can grab that, secure it, bring it in, and then hit the ground just in between 3 defenders. That's a fantastic ball placement by Ace, and a real good piece of work to get the 1st down.
Ace going to have 4 wide in the 2 and 2. On the quick step, takes the short pass to Ronick, who makes the catch, gets the 1st down, gets down to the 42-yard line, and a gain of 15.
Starting to move downfield a little bit more methodically. They don't need the quick hitter every single time like they've been getting from Jones today, but when you have a successful Brad Jones, it makes Ace's job that much easier.
So after the 15-yard gain, they'll go for a heavy I formation on 1st down. Hand off to Jones up the middle, trying to shake the tackle, but the defenders are right there to make the play. Good stop there. That was number 21, Ben Stone, putting the brakes on Brad Jones.
Stone been pretty good all night long, being able to stay in front of Jones when he's playing on his side. But Jones has been able to burn when Stone's not been in front of him.
That puts Jones over 200 yards of rushing on the day. This will probably add to it a little bit more as he shakes the tackle.
Oh, good tackle.
But ends up getting stopped by Rager right about the line of scrimmage. Let's bring up 3rd down and 4.
That's a real good tackle, because if he's able to break that, he's probably got 2nd level, maybe even 3rd down that right sideline. Nice work to bottle him up there and keep him at the line of scrimmage.
Ace with trips to the right side for 3rd down and 4. So it looks to be about a nickel package for the Toros. Ace to throw, goes to the left side, has Jones wide open for the 1st down, gets to the 30, 25, and down to the 22-yard line. A nice 14-yard gain for Jones, who has been doing a lot on the ground, but this time it was through a pass.
This sneakily has been a very good drive for Alamo City. This is going to be the 7th play of the drive, going for just over 50 yards already, and this is eating more time off the clock for Fort Worth to be able to do something here in this 3rd quarter. They don't want to leave it to the 4th quarter talking about Fort Worth. They will if they have to. They've done it before. But Alamo City doing a really good job right now with controlling the clock in the game.
And closing in on about 5 minutes to go here in the third. Ace to throw down the middle, caught to Garrison Blue. Ball is out, and it looks like it's picked up by the Toros.
Wait, maybe not.
Let's take a look here. Yeah, the pass caught by Blue. Yeah, that looks like it's a good fumble and a recovery from Ben Stone.
Okay, so yeah, that is the Toros' ball. They needed to steal a possession. They were able to do just that here, and their field position is not fantastic by any stretch of the imagination, but being able to get the ball turned over and get it into your quarterback's hands is a big thing on defense.
Dunhill going to have twins to the left. Here, 1st and 10 from their own 11. Handoff to Bacon goes nowhere, as he is immediately met at the line by both Mart and Jukin Rukin Sr. They bring up 2nd down and 10.
His Bacon's cooked on that, and they're trying to utilize him, stay with the Bacon game plan to get him into the open field. They haven't really worked him to the outsides very much. It's been almost exclusively between the tackles. I think that may be his calling card to try to burn some speed.
Offset eye here. They're going to hand it off to Bacon again, and again he gets swarmed up. This time it's a loss of 2 as Stephen Fellows II came up from behind him to make the stop.
Didn't really mean to manifest that into existence, but as I say that, they're completely proved me wrong, and ACA's all over him in the outside run. So now it's a 3rd and long, and Fort Worth again up a creek on a 3rd and 12.
Dunhill will have 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Dime pack for the artillery. Dunhill, okay with time, going to get the throw. It's tipped and incomplete. That one intended for Cade Stevens. Nice coverage on the play from Mickey McGuire.
Yeah, this is a bit of a misthrown ball from Dunhill, and I think he wants it back. The line held fairly well. He had about 3 seconds to throw it, which should be more than enough time to be able to check down if need be. But he definitely needed to get beyond the 1st down marker. So being that it's 4th down now, he wants it back. He can't get it back, and ACA is going to have fantastic field position.
Yeah, they're going to have Einhorn from his own end zone. He'll kick it away. And boy, this is going to be beautiful field position as a fair catch made by Ronick at the Fort Worth 35. So it only ends up being about a 26-yard punt, thanks in no part to the pressure of being in your own end zone.
Yeah. Now Fort Worth with a need to get the ball back again. And, I mean, they're already in field goal range talking about ACA. It's a 52-yarder from this spot, and they have 4 downs to be able to get something on it.
From the Toro 35, Ace to throw. Going to go left side. Caught there from, that's number 84. I think that's, let's see. Yeah, that's Cleveland Simmons, the secondary tight end, who made that one. It'll be a gain of 6.
Cleveland Simmons is the one who fumbled on the previous drive as well that set up the Ben Stone recovery. So they're keeping him out on the field. They're going back to the backup tight end to be able to make it happen.
Now from the 29, 2nd and 4. 2 backs, 2 receivers for Ace. As he steps back, throws right, and it is completed to Deuce Fenix. So the Card Sharks again getting the 1st down, getting them up to the Fort Worth 23.
Yeah, that will put them securely into field goal range now. So at the very least, you can be looking at getting a 14-yard or 14-point deficit on this drive as long as you take care of the football. But I know ACA wants more than that.
Yeah, at least try to make it a 3-score game going into the 4th quarter. Ace to throw. Going for it all, and he's got it! Touchdown, Alamo City! The Card Sharks payoff!
Yep, pocket aces. That's an ace to deuce connection. Perfectly done over the middle of the field. There's bump coverage on all 3 wideouts on this play. Man-to-man all the way through. Both safeties come in to try to help, but a great throw, perfectly placed from Ace Fennick, has Deuce Fennick in the middle of the end zone between the 2 safeties and right past his coverage corner. Very good work from ACA on the drive with good field position to take full advantage of the 3 and out that they caused from Fort Worth in their own territory.
That drive going 3 plays, 34 yards with the 23-yard touchdown pass from Ace to Deuce, as Matt Fennick will kick it up and through, makes it 35-17. Now a 3-score game with 3:04 left to go here in the 3rd.
Nice work from the Alamo City Artillery. Fort Worth is going to need a larger comeback than they had last week against DC at this point in the what's remaining in the third and the rest of the fourth quarter to make a game of this. It's not out of the realm of possibility. It's just going to be difficult.
Yeah, it will be very difficult. Just a thing to note, that is the first touchdown pass of the game for Alamo City, and the first touchdown not belonging to Brad Jones. As the Artillery now hold a 35-17 lead with a return from Baker, going to bring it up to the Fort Worth 23. Toro's not out of it yet. As we mentioned before, they scored 17 in the fourth quarter against DC. They can certainly do so here, but they could probably get a bit of a jump start to finish off the third quarter.
If you guys are just joining us, 13 attempts for 205 yards with 4 touchdowns has been Brad Jones' evening. So if you guys have him in SFL Fantasy, you are doing very well with life right at the moment.
That one to Hacker is completed for 5 as he had to slide to make that catch. Hacker so far 8 for 10 on the day with about 50s, I'm going to say about 62 yards receiving so far. Second down and 5. There'll be trips to the right side. Both Bacon and Alexander in the backfield. Dunhill has time on the quick step. It will be taken to Alexander, who sees his first bit of action tonight. Ends up getting a 4-yard gain on that catch to bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, manageable third down is goal here. Good work to stay on schedule for Dunhill. Even with pressure in his face, the checkdowns work really well. Get it to your fullback. You should be that safety blanket in that spot, and unfortunately not able to get the first down.
It'll be 3rd and very short to go. Dunhill to throw. Going for the middle ball, and he's got it! Incredible 3rd down conversion to Stephen Hacker. Gets it into Artillery territory, and a first down for the Toros to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, he's talking to the line judge over there. He's like, yeah, call that one out of bounds. I dare you. Good work from Hacker. Very nice job to focus on the ball. He's got 2 defenders closing in on him from either side, the safety and the corner, and at least able to grab this one closer to the hash marks this time and to put his team into plus territory.
That pass to Hacker going for 25 yards. Puts the ball in Artillery territory with 1.5 minutes to go. They'll hand off to Bacon. Up the middle. And he will be stuffed there by Bogey Barr. But not before getting a gain of 3 to get to the 40.
Trying to stay on schedule. It's essentially Fort Worth and Marcus Dunhill not panicking at this point. Trying to just move downfield, stick to what has been working. And that's been those throws after the short throws that lead into the long ones.
Dunhill on the deep step. He'll go right side. It's deflected and incomplete. And that was McGuire putting his hands up on that one, knocking it down.
Yeah, he read that route the entire way. He jumped in front of that ball to Mickey McGuire. And if he catches this, he is still running at this point. Right there. He sees that coming right to him. Cade Stevens on the right side had no answer if McGuire is able to step up and take that away.
Yeah, he was able to cut right in front of the route. And yeah, if he managed to get his hands on that, he had a running start. He could have been going all the way for a pick 6.
Had to blown the roof off this place. Oh wait, we're already outside.
They'll bring up 3rd down and 7. 5 wide receivers. Dunhill in the shotgun. 32 dime for the Artillery. Dunhill on the step. Gonna go for the deep ball, and it's intercepted! This time picked off by Albert Begin. That's gonna put them at the 22 of Alamo City. That's the 2nd pick of the day for Marcus Dunhill.
Yep, and the other one was also an underthrown ball that went into a nest of Alamo City coverage, guys. This one just did not have the loft to get over the head of Albert Begin. That is unfortunate for Dunhill, who had a good drive going before this, and it just comes to a screeching halt and a chance for Alamo City to really put their foothold in this game.
Alamo City currently up 18. Has a chance to possibly make it a 4-score game, as Brad Jones not going to get much on that play. He'll get about 6 before he is brought down. That was number 53, Jeff Duffy, making the tackle.
Yeah, good work at least for Fort Worth to try to keep the first down yardage to a limit. But 1st and 2nd down is where Alamo City's been living most of this game. So watch the 2nd down play.
3 receivers to the left. Ace to throw. He'll go that way. It's caught by Ronick. And they're going to say he got about 7 3/4. He'll be stopped just short of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and inches.
All right, Fort Worth. Now it's time to try to make us a believer. Can you make the stop on 3rd and inches to force a punt and get the ball back for your guys? This is a huge 3rd down, biggest one of the game so far. 3rd down for Fort Worth on defense.
Yeah, this is a crucial one for Fort Worth to make a stand on if they want to have any shot to get back in this ball game. They had a really good 2nd quarter. Maybe they will have a good 4th quarter as Jones will get the 1st down. And he will push it up to the 35, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of play. Time to put some 4s, 12s, 86s, and 68s in the chat, everybody. We got 1 quarter of football left to play here in San Antonio, and the Artillery lead it 35-17. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, here on YouTube. Let's flip the field. Come right back. Back here at NordVPN Stadium here in San Antonio, Texas. Ethan Muslin, Chris Curtis here on the call for you tonight. Delaney Nash, Greg Soto doing the stat work. And that is a good catch on that play. That is to number 18, Greg Soto, to get an 8-yard gain for 2nd and 2.
Stephen Hacker's over on that Fort Worth sideline saying, "You're going to call that one in? Really?" And yeah, so that he's still jaw-jacking over at the umpire over there.
And I wouldn't blame him on that. He had 2 great catches that got called back on challenges. This will be a handoff to Jones for a 1st down. Got through the line, but could not get through Aiden Davis as he is pushed down to the 48, but it will be good for a 1st.
Yeah, good work again from Brad Jones, and at this point doesn't need to stop the world and run right through it. He just needs to take what's given to him and continue to bleed that clock down. If Alamo City is careful here, they can kill another probably 5 minutes on this clock and really put this game kind of out of reach.
From the 48 of Alamo City, 3 wide receivers for Ace. On the deep drop, pump fakes. Gonna go for the right side. He's got Ronick! He's got room! He's got the score! Touchdown, Alamo City!
Well, or they can be careful the other way and add another touchdown on. Ziggy Ronick finds a way behind 3 defenders right there. Good corner route. There was a post corner as the right side wide receiver ran the post. Ronick got the natural pick on the route, puts him into the open space, and a great throw from Ace Fennick to find him. That's going to put a 24-point advantage up. Going to be 25 as long as everything goes through with that. Advantage for Alamo City.
Yeah, pending the extra point, this will make it a 4-score game. That was a 52-yard touchdown pass to Ziggy Ronick. Oh man, on a 6-play, 77-yard drive. Ronick now 157 yards receiving as the kick from Matt is up and good. Gonna make it 42-17 with just a hair over 10 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Baker to take this from about his own goal line, and it'll be about a 24-yard return on the play. Fort Worth now down 4 scores. You got to figure they're going to probably have to go back into the air with Dunhill.
Yeah, I got to give some love as well to Greg Soto, who on that last drive just verified it, hit the 5,000-yard mark in receiving for his career. That's a nice accomplishment to have. He helped us out with that, but either way, I appreciate it. It's a huge achievement to hit.
Fantastic achievement. Congratulations to Greg Soto. Dunhill going to go for the deep ball here on 1st down. It's caught! Oh, and there's room to run! Stephen Hacker down the sideline, gets down to the 24!
Well, this is their first offensive drive of the 4th quarter, and if you're going to get it started as far as the comeback trail, you got to lean on your veterans, your all-stars. Stephen Hacker is one of those. Has he had the best night? No. Has it entirely been his fault? No. That said, he is still doing what he can to try to close down this arc and get his team back in it.
And that effectively flipped the field. That single pass went for 48 yards. Takes it from the 24 of Fort Worth now to the 24 of Alamo City. 1st and 10 from the eye. Dunhill going to check it down. Bacon, excuse me, that's Alexander making the catch. And he gets brought down at the 22 after the tackle from McGuire. We gain, be 2nd and 8.
I don't hate that. Getting Aaron Alexander involved in a first down situation, as mentioned, getting fullbacks involved in any facet I like, but at the same point, the ones that are able to get positive yards are valuable.
Now 2nd down and 8. We hand off to Bacon up the middle. He'll get a decent gain out of it. Ends up being about 4 with Albert Begin there on the stop. Now 3rd down and 4 for the Toros. Down by 25, a field goal would make it a 3-score game. You would still have to convert a 2-point conversion on one of them, but it would at least make things a little less difficult. 3rd down and 4, 3 wide receivers, and Dunhill will go to the left side, caught by Hacker, good for a 1st down, gets to the 12 and moves the chains.
Good decision-making by Dunhill on this. He looks towards the end zone, realizes he doesn't have a definite shot there. So he takes the best of the 2 options, gives it to Hacker. Hacker able to do 2 things, get the 1st down and stop the clock and set them up with a 1st and 10. Still can get a 1st down at the 2.
Hacker so far 140 yards receiving on the day. Dunhill to throw on 1st and 10. Under a little pressure, he'll go right side. Ooh. It's tipped, and it's caught out of bounds. Ooh, thanking his lucky stars on that one. Albert Begin tipped it away, but it got picked outside the infield.
And Dunhill is thanking his lucky stars that at this point, Alamo City definitely doesn't have any challenges left now, because that likely would have been challenged, and I'm at least 70% sure that was likely an inbounds catch.
It looked to be like maybe 1 foot was out of bounds as soon as when he got his hands on it, but that'll be up for a debate for another day. Offset eye for 2nd and 10. Dunhill going to go to the end zone. It's incomplete. That one intended for Hacker, but had Begin there on the coverage. So now it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Begin was right there, and then Hacker just couldn't quite lunge himself a little bit more forward to get a hand on that. Dunhill, I think, probably wants that back, a little bit of an overthrow or a low throw as well, wants to hit Hacker in stride there if he can.
Now 3rd and 10. Dunhill's going to have 5 wide, 3 right, 2 left. Dime pack for the artillery. Good snap, and the throw to the corner of the end zone, incomplete. That one intended for Cade Stevens, but McGuire and Begin there on the coverage. Now it'll be 4th down, and looks like they'll bring Emilio Rose out to kick the field goal.
And I don't agree with this call. I think you're down 25 points. You need to start getting points on the board. And I think a 4th down offensive play is the correct mode to go here. However, they don't really care what I think. And they're going to add 3, or at least try to add 3 regardless.
Well, if you add 3, it makes it a 22-point game. You can score a couple of regular touchdowns, and then you only have to make 1 2-point conversion, as opposed to making a couple of them, as the kick from Rose is up and through from 29. That'll make it 42-20 with 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. And I was just looking over the stat sheets real quick, and we can verify that Stephen Hacker is now has now passed 14th all-time in receiving yards, passing K.L. Barrett to move himself further up in the standings. Congratulations to Steven. You are slowly making your way to the top 10.
K.L. Barrett, number 19 from Mexico City back in the day. It's a nice little throwback there. Congrats to Stephen Hacker for making that achievement, as that return goes absolutely nowhere.
And Ronick's going to take this kick up to the Alamo City 20, but we're going to go to Florida real quick. Cam's got a game break.
Well, I went final a little earlier, Ethan, but this was all BDG Hollywood earlier tonight. Florida did their best to come back in this one, but BDG putting on a Brad Jones type of performance, over 250 yards on the night, and Atlanta beat Florida 37-27, upset on the road.
If you had Atlanta in your pick'ems, nicely done on that one, as this pass to Soto is completed up to the 35. A nice gain of 15 on the play, and that will keep the ball in artillery hands.
I want to go back to something Cam just said, that BDG Hollywood's having a Brad Jones type of performance. I think the Hall of Famer would take exception to that, saying that Brad Jones is having a BDG Hollywood type of performance the way Jones is going tonight. But I digress. Either way, good stuff from BDG and Atlanta, who take care of Florida. And this is the drive for Alamo City coming back to Texas here, that they can really bring this clock down. Or if they go for the quick hitter, they could really effectively end it as well.
Brad Jones only going to get one on that first play, bringing up to the 35 as Jerry D. Gond makes the tackle. And you're kind of right about that. I think that now with Alamo City looking at a 22-point lead, they can just try to kill as much clock as possible, force Fort Worth to become hyper-aggressive on the pass, and that could really work out well for them. Jones is going to get a good amount of yardage, but they're going to say he's short of the line to gain after Noah Rager made the tackle. This will be third down and very short.
I want to kind of see where the spot is again, because I don't like where it ended up. I think 3rd and inch is a little bit short of where it was. I think he probably had the first down, and man, is that close.
Yeah, that is third and a postage stamp as far as I'm concerned. With 6.5 now to go here in the ball game. I formation, handoff to Jones, up the middle. He will get it. Just enough to get to the other side. They'll say it's a first down, and the chains move once again for the artillery.
More time to burn for ACA as they get a new set of downs to make it happen.
Brad Jones so far 225 yards of rushing on 19 attempts. Currently averaging just under 12 a carry as a penalty marker here on the play. This looks to be about 5. Either way you slice it. So we'll see what they've taken the penalty. Yeah. Let's see what the call is. Yeah, and that one is called against number 78 of the Toros. That's Jerry D. Gond. So yeah, it looks like they will take the 5. It's just a little bit more than the gain they would have gotten from Jones. And it'll end up being 1st and 5.
Yeah, I thought they might decline it and try to give the yards to Jones. Maybe they figure they've got enough yards from him. I don't know.
Well, it's also the case you get a free down. That's probably what they're thinking more. It's just like, yeah, you get the same amount of yardage, but you get a free down.
Yep, and especially when it comes to burning the clock, it becomes pretty valuable.
Pass over here to the right side is completed to Deuce, so the Card Sharks connect once again for another first down, as Deuce now up to 5 receptions and 58 yards.
Yeah, he hasn't needed to be Mr. Dependable. He does have some decent plays in this game. Talking about Deuce, he has the touchdown as well. But with the running back, Brad Jones, being as effective as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off of everything in the passing game.
And that little run from Jones, only going to go for about a yard. Going to bring it up to 2nd down and 9 as Gond is there to make the tackle. One thing we should keep an eye on, if the artillery managed to make a field goal, it would mean that would be the most amount of points that Fort Worth has given up in franchise history. Most they've given up on the road or away was 44 points against the Vultures and this Alamo City team in seasons 18 and 16. And that is a little check down to Jones to bring it up to the 35 for a 4-yard gain.
And more time, ticking away. We've killed the last hour or minute and a half since the last time we mentioned it. So really good work from Alamo City, and it's really creating a serious doubt that Fort Worth's going to have enough time to do something with this.
Coming up to about 4.25 minutes to go. Heavy I formation for 3rd and 3. Ace from under center, going to hand off to Jones. Pushes up to about the 33. So short of the first down, but it would be a 50-yard field goal if they wanted to try for it.
Yeah, you might as well at this point put some points on the board and add 3 and give Fort Worth back the ball to see what they can do. You've got plenty of buffer there, and they're going to tick down the clock as much as they can to let this go.
Yeah, and that does seem to be the case. They do have Matt Fennick out on the field. And this will be about a 50, call it, they'll say 49.5, probably call it 50 from the right hash. As they let the clock kick down, the kick is on its way. It is good from 49 yards out. That will make it a 25-point ball game, 45-20 with 3:24 to go here in the ball game, and this does make it official. This is now the most amount of points Fort Worth has allowed in franchise history.
Yeah, that's a pretty big number as well. Fort Worth's been around for a few seasons now, so that a little bit of history in this game. But it's not to say that Alamo City hasn't earned those points. It's been a very good offensive showing for them so far in this contest.
Absolutely, Fort Worth has not been bad to say the least. As a run there from Baker brings it up to the 25. I was just trying to look up the largest margin of defeat that has ever happened in Toro history, and it's still a bit of ways. It would be looking at about a 34-point margin. That would be the most that has ever happened for the Toros. So I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Dunhill going to throw here to the left side. It'll be completed to Cade Stevens, who will get himself out of bounds to the 36. Nice little gain of 11 for a first down.
Yeah, that will be at least enough to keep him going, try to keep the motivation alive. The clock does indeed stop. So that is at least a bonus there to try to get some more plays. They need quite a bit to be able to make this a game again, but with 5 wide, they're going to try to take a shot here, it looks like.
Yeah, it is a 4-score game, unfortunately, but do not count out the Toros just yet. Dunhill from the shotgun, going to go for the short pass, and it ends up getting a gain of 7 with the catch there to Fullerton, and they'll go into a no-huddle offense here with 3 to go. Dunhill going for the deep ball. This one's caught! Oh, and there was room to run for Hacker, but he ended up getting wrapped up at the last second. Oh, man, what an incredible stop from Albert Begin. Excuse me, no, that's Jukenruken Jr. who made that tackle. Another short pass to Fullerton. He'll get another 4 yards as they go back into this no-huddle drive. Here we go again. Dunhill going for the left side. Oh, and it's intercepted! Oh, the pass intended for Stephen Hacker, but it is picked off, snatched away, denied by Isaac Ryan.
Yeah, that's about appropriate as well, the way this game has gone. They started going to Hacker, trying to go to the well too many times, and the well unfortunately dried up. So 2.5 minutes to go. Alamo City trying to close this one out and looking like they're in prime position to do so. Fort Worth still has all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, so they've still got 4 stoppages of the clock, but it's going to require a considerable amount of effort as the run-up for Jones is going to go for about 2. And they'll stop there from Browning.
That looked like he was dead to rights at the line of scrimmage and somehow managed to work his way through the defensive line to get a couple of yards out of that. That's fantastic work from Jones.
That's the kind of runner he's been the last few seasons, where you think he's dead on the line, then suddenly he is just like chock full of, I don't know if I'm just saying you call it lard or grease or what have you, but he just gets loose. 2 minutes to go here in San Antonio. NordVPN Stadium having their home opener, and it's a good one. Alamo City leading 45-20. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. And this would be a great way to kick off the SFL back here in San Antonio. His run here for Jones is going to be about a gain of 7. Fort Worth will take their first time out with 2 to go. As we mentioned, the last time San Antonio hosted an SFL franchise, it was the San Antonio Vaqueros, who are now the Denver Nightwings. Their last season of operation in San Antonio was in season 10, which is all the way back in the winter of 2018. So yeah, the first time in 5 years that San Antonio has hosted an SFL franchise, and boy, is it a great way to showcase your team in their home opener. As it looks like they have the secondaries in for the artillery. Fort Worth taking another timeout. And that is a run from the secondary running back, John Lightfoot.
Yeah, might as well. And at this point, Jay, get your guys off the field and make sure you have a job well done to Brad Jones. He's going to be your runaway player of the game. Pun not really intended, but I'll take it anyway.
You can make the case for that, but you can also make a case for Ace Fennick. He's had himself quite a day too. 311 yards on 26 completions, 29 attempts, 2 touchdown passes, and a QBR of 134.5. So either Ace or Brad, either way, you have both are very valid cases.
Yeah, neither one is a wrong answer there. There's no doubt about that. But I like the way ACA's offense is built. Brad Jones looks to be stepping into a more prominent role, not just on this team, obviously, but also in the league from a running back standpoint as they look for him to continue building momentum in this early season.
And he'll going to go for the throw. He'll make the catch to Stevens, who will get up to the Alamo City 43. Albert Begin still out there on the field, up in the right side. So they're keeping their defense out for a little bit as Dunhill hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Tipped up by Bogey Barr, but no one was able to put it down. It will stop the clock with 1:26 left.
Yeah, that'll put us to a 2nd and long for Dunhill, just trying to make something happen. Unfortunately, you're not going to create 25 points on one throw, so they are probably not in a position to be able to make a game of it. But kudos for trying it and getting some yards and some stats going to that's some momentum for next week.
Absolutely. Dunhill going to go for the deep ball. This one is caught by Hacker, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Fort Worth.
Well, that'll work. That at least gets them on the board a little bit more and makes it a much more respectable margin. Stephen Hacker, minus the 2 catches that were taken away, has had a pretty good day, all told, in the receiving game.
And it looked like that was one of the, that was number 29. Yeah, it was one of the secondary corners, Isaac Ryan, who ended up getting burned on that one. So Hacker getting himself over 200 yards of receiving on the day. He's been the prime target for Dunhill, even though Fort Worth has had a losing effort, they have been no slouch in the offense department as a kick from Rose is up and through. Marcus Dunhill so far 36 of 54, 419 yards of passing, 3 touchdowns and 3 picks. It's a QBR of 85.3, but you would take a 400-yard quarterback any day of the week.
Yeah, but at the same point, forcing Marcus Dunhill to throw that many times in a game is a problem as they go for the onside kick here. We'll see what happens.
Going to go for the kick. It will go 10, and it will be returned by Alamo City. Brought up there to the 38-yard line. Deuce Fennick there to make the recovery. Ooh, William King, one of the secondary defensive ends, is hurt.
Going back
I'm not entirely sure what happened on that one.
Going back to the point, though, they caused Marcus Dunhill to need to throw as much as he did by taking out Jay-Z Bacon and making sure that he doesn't have the effect on this game that he would have liked or his team would have liked. It caused Marcus Dunhill to be the load bearer, and ACA's game plan coming in was to make Marcus Dunhill beat him. And there was individual times where he was able to do that, but then Fort Worth also couldn't stop ACA from scoring.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that from, they were really forcing Dunhill to throw a lot as Fort Worth will take their final timeout with the artillery and victory formation. And it really, they couldn't get anything going with Jay-Z Bacon. He only had 44 yards on 14 attempts, averaging about 3 yards a carry, which is, decent. But, if you really wanted to get the ball on the ground a lot more often, you're going to have to find more ways to get more yards.
Yeah, you're right. And now Fort Worth is going to be kind of licking their wounds going into next week, thinking, okay, what do we have to do to try to shore up the defense? Because Alamo City's absolutely, their running game has gashed them, and it's caused some issues in the secondary because the secondary has to play up to try to add some extra protection for the run game.
Yeah, Alamo City had a large number of had a lot of big gains for touchdowns from Brad Jones. The first one was from 33. That second one, that for 94 yards, which was an incredible play, probably the play of the game. as far as I'm concerned. Then you had, 3-yard rush, and then the last one they had 64 yards to just put the nail in the coffin to start for Alamo City's first drive in the second half. That really just kind of put the nail in the coffin for the Toros, as they looks to be that the Artillery have taken their final knee of the game. For next week, Alamo City will be home. They will be taking on the Charleston Predators, while Fort Worth, well, they'll have some time to think about what they got to do to adjust. They'll be on the bye for next week. Give themselves some time to recuperate, to relax, and figure out a new game plan as zeros are on the clock. That'll do it here from NordVPN Stadium. What a debut for the Artillery here in San Antonio. They take down the Toros 45-27, and it was a great game on both sides of the ball for the Artillery.
It really was. I mean, offense was on point, and that was in large part to what Brad Jones was able to do on the ground. Is 237 rushing yards as a team for the Artillery. Of course, most of those were Brad Jones. That said, it created a lot of really good opportunities for Ace Fennick to do his thing. When you have the running game working, it makes things a lot easier on the quarterback to be able to go out and just play football rather than put too much pressure on him to try to carry the load. On the other side, Fort Worth was in the opposite bandwagon. Jay-Z Bacon was not able to get going in the running game, and Marcus Dunhill having to throw it as many times as he did, almost a half century of times. He is, not that Fort Worth works best when they have a balanced offense. They did not have that today. Still able to put up some points, 27 on the board, but just not enough on defense with losing the field position battle all told, and caused a major headache as ACA was able to gash them up the middle, both on the ground and through the air.
And I just want to backtrack a little bit as we're watching these highlights. You saw that catch from Stephen Hacker, and again, you saw it probably as clear as day as I did. It looked to be a catch. That was one of the challenged catches that was overturned. But also, the next highlight after that was that 64-yard run from Brad Jones. It looked like he might have gone out of bounds, but Fort Worth never had the opportunity to challenge it.
Yeah, and that is interesting as well. That 64-yard touchdown as well happened on the drive after the two failed challenges, or the two successful challenges from ACA against Stephen Hacker's catches. So call it what you want, but that's an interesting coincidence.
It is an interesting look, but I think that just goes to show you that the officials here in the SFL, we got to up their their stipend to lens crafters or something like that. Because granted, I will grant you those were close calls that could have gone either way, but just when you look at it from the perspectives that we were seeing, like everything looks like it's either 100% yes, 100% no. But that's why we're up in the booth. That's why we're not on the field. You just have to take a look, get those minute details. And if you don't have enough, well, that's all you got to do. Brad Jones, your player of the game today. 23 attempts, 238 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns, along with 22 receiving yards. Ends up with 260 total offensive yards on the day. That's going to do it here. What a way to come back to San Antonio. The Artillery are victorious, 45-27 over the Fort Worth Toros. For everybody here in the booth, my partner, Chris Curtis, Stats Truck, Delaney Nash, and Greg Soto, and for our Commissioner Cameron Irvine, this has been the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. I'm Ethan Muslin. We'll see you tomorrow for more SFL action.